Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. I'm Adam and this is Battle of the Beast Specials episode 5. Skolo the Bladed Monster versus Tempra the Time Stealer. Now, before we get into this, I must say, if I sound a bit antsy or looks a bit freaked out a bit, two reasons for that. One, I've said in the previous video, I do have a cold, so get over that, please. Second one, I just finished Battle of the Beast episode 4, and there was a part of it which I wish I didn't say, because it messed my mind up entirely as soon as I said it. But the extent I'll go through just to make a video. I hope I do not have to do any description that is as brutal as that again. But that was definitely one of the most brutal battles I've done. Not my favourite, but one of the most brutal. Oh gosh, okay. I wonder what Lucas is going to react to that one. Anyway, so yes, let's get into this battle. So the combat arena is rebuilt from the destruction that Anna and Magral made of it. And ready for Skolo and Tempra. I'm thinking probably a rocky-ish terrain. Rocky-ish terrain, maybe a plains terrain. Oh. You know what, I'm going to say a plain terrain, like a completely barren arena. For the simple reason, Skolo was fought in a rocky cave arena-ish. In a rocky arena, which is a cave, so yeah. So yeah, a plain barren arena. So let's get into this. Close your eyes and you weave your tale of how one beast kills another. So if both beasts exit their chambers, they see each other completely. Tempra just slithers out of her chamber and just stands at the exit, while Skolo scuttles out of her chamber, sees Tempra and starts coiling her way towards Tempra. But right before they go into head-on collision, Skolo turns at the last second with her metal wing just slicing at one of Tempra's tentacles, which went to reach out towards Skolo, slicing it off. That was quick. And Skolo starts, and with Skolo's other side wings, because she has 3 sets of wings, Tempra is able to avoid those before the same thing happened. And just before Skolo was able to completely get out of her range, Tempra goes to reach a tentacle and wrap it around Skolo. Unfortunately, though, Skolo is a bit of a slippery bug, and just slips out of Tempra's grip entirely. Now Skolo goes in for round 2, doing the same thing again, but this time just circling round Tempra. So they're just circling. Skolo's just circling around Tempra while slicing or trying to slice or making very faint slices at Tempra's tentacles, which isn't working very well for Skolo because they're just faint and not really affecting Tempra that much. Tempra has enough of this though, and goes to reach out and wrap a tentacle around one of Skolo's wings. But unfortunately, due to how sharp it is and speed in which Tempra had done that, she just sliced off her own tentacle, really. Tempra, realising that she can't touch those wings at that kind of speed, and at the speed Skolo's going, it's going to be even faster. Skolo eventually decides to stop, and her head is behind Tempra's head, and goes to bite down directly on Tempra's head, but Tempra gets another tentacle, puts it in the way for Skolo to just literally snap off. Just another tentacle. Thing about Tempra though, I know it wasn't said in the book, but as it's based off, can they grow their limbs back? I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna say they can because I'm not sure. I'm gonna need to Google that afterwards. But so I was gonna say Tempera can regrow her limbs, but I'm actually not sure. But since she's clearly based off an octopus-like creature, she has 5 tentacles left. Using this brief moment of pause of Skolo has from moving, Tempera wraps all her tentacles around Skolo and blinks with her eye once, and they travel back in time, even further back than they are, and they find themselves in a okay, and they find themselves in what seems to be like a desert area with some giant triangular prisms in the distance, pyramids. Just and the middle one is just tall enough reaching up where it's just touching the sun. Tempera released her grip on Skolo, hoping that the heat from the sun and the desert is going to just make the metal on Skolo really hot, where Skolo can't take this heat. And Skolo starts scuttling away, but it's moving slower than normal. Tempera's able to catch up, but Skolo, being a rather smart beast she is, gets up onto her hind few legs and starts swinging around violently, very close to Tempera's eye, just using her legs to try and stab at the Tempera's eye to blind her. Unfortunately, luckily she's using her tentacles to block them all, and to finally stop it, what Tempera does is that she gets her tentacle and puts it on Skolo's forehead, where she's just absorbing her memories now. Skolo, knowing she has to stop this, lifts up her back legs, where she just falls to the floor, dropping Tempera's tentacle, and using her back leg to scuttle above that tentacle which is on her forehead, and starts stabbing, repeat stabs very deep into it, to the point where Tempera needs to recoil it back. And just before Tempera can literally always completely release her grip on Skolo, Skolo lifts his head up, and with her xenomorph tongue, sticks out, snaps the tip of that tentacle clean off. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. Tempera, enraged, decides that heat isn't the best way to kill Skolo, so what she does is that she wraps the tentacles around Skolo again, blinks, and they travel back even further in time, to a icy area with mammoths, a saber-toothed tiger, and hell, let's throw a sloth in there. Let's throw a sloth in there. Yeah, you know where this is going. Hoping that the cold would just freeze Skolo over. Because at the end of the day, bugs are kind of like bacteria. If it's too hot, they'll die. Doesn't work for this case, though. Too cold, they'll freeze. In which case, it'll be easy to kill them. And what is done, Skolo is moving slower than normal, slower than in the desert. And what Tempra does is that she is able to also catch up to Skolo, and wraps a tentacle around Skolo's head, really tight, snapping the jaw shut and keeping the incisors, I think they're called, to to where they can't pinch anything, so they're closed as well. Completely cutting off Skolo's airflow where she can breathe, but that's none of Tempra's concern really. And with Skolo unable to breathe, her body is obviously going whack out of control, where she's trying desperately to get herself to breathe. She's swinging her body around, trying to slash at Tempra with her wings. It's working, but not effectively. And Tempra, not wanting to feel any more pain than she already is, she gets her chopped tentacles to take the pain, whilst her full tentacles are wrapping around Skolo's body, top of her body, and head, and twists, snapping the... Why do I do so many neck snappings? Snapping Skolo's neck. Skolo slumps down to the ground. Tempra releases her grip, and Skolo is not moving. Not moving at all. And honestly, if she does, I'll be surprised. With a terrifying blizzard coming down, Tempra realises she's going to need to go, otherwise she'll also die. So she blinks and travels back to the arena, where the imaginary audience did not see any of that battle. Back to the Ice Age time, we see just Skolo just steadily being covered in snow to the point where you can barely see it's just a giant mound of snow. That's just being covered up to the point where it's unnecessary. Tempra goes back to her chamber, and when she's inside her chamber, she has a little window, like kind of like those little windows in SpongeBob, which are like a circular shape. And when she's looking through it, she can see a mound of snow there. And with one blink, the snow just disappears, and she sees Skolo just there, not moving, completely melted. No, not melted. Unmoving, frozen over, so basically an ice cube. Knowing Tempra's won, I'm not going to say anything else because it's starting to make no sense. So Tempra won, Skolo has lost. I'm not sure which one of the decisive answers because I forgot to check. Most likely Skolo. And that is all for this video. If this one was not a good one, I think I should have done this one before Magro and Anorette. But what am I going to do? It's already been done. Anyway, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press that notification bell down the corner below. I'm sorry this battle didn't seem as interesting as the other one, especially the other one. But I did the best I can, but my mind just went blank. My mind just drew a blank other than the time travel bit. So, yeah, I wanted to try and do more time travel, so that's why I tried to make Tempra win. But believe me when I say I did want Skolo to win as well. So, it was a hard choice. Anyway, I'll see you in the next battle with Spyros the Ghost Phoenix versus Arax the Soul Stealer. Maybe a Phoenix can actually make it through to the next round, I don't know. Sorry, Epos and Farah. Well, Epos didn't make it, and Farah didn't even battle yet. Anyway, that's all for this time. I already said the outro, so till then, peace out.